Really, my main focus has been this album, the show, and we're also doing a short film that's tied to the album, which we haven't really talked about much yet. So,
What's
yeah.
tell me what can you reveal to me about the short film?
So the short film is going to be directed by my brother Jay Laced. So shout out to Jay Laced.
Shout out Jay Lace.
He going crazy on this film. So it's the "I Told You So" film, and essentially it is a story of different instances that kind of embody the philosophy of the album. So it'll be three different characters, and each of them are going through like a different instance where they're experiencing essentially what the album is about, and going after a dream and wanting to do something and being counted out by, it could be their family members, their friends, anybody that would basically discount their ideas. And so the first person is going to be a dancer. And so my friend Ray, she plays the role of this dancer, and it's going to kind of show the timeline of her as a kid wanting to be, she loves dancing. She wants to, she's always dancing in front of the TV at home, and she's enthusiastic about it, and her parents basically are like, "Yo, you need to like think about getting a real job. Like, you're not gonna be successful being a dancer. You can't make any money in this." And she's like, "Yo, I want to do this still. I'm gonna do it." And it's like a time skip of her essentially, sticking to it and becoming successful, and that's gonna be what the film shows on her end. And then it's also going to be another story of a basketball player who is kind of in the same idea, where he, as a kid, he never gets picked to be on the teams. They're always like, playing basketball outside, and he's either the last one to get picked or he's never like the captain, and he always gets left out. And you almost feel kind of bad for him because it's like, damn, I feel bad for this kid. Like he's not getting picked, or they don't see his vision. And then time skip again, he's made some accolades, and he's definitely got some awards and trophies as he's grown up and entered different leagues, and he became really good. And the third story is basically going to be my story, where it's from like a real event in my life where a few years ago I was living out of state, and I was just starting to release music, and I was living with some homies. And there was a time where I was in my room working on songs, and there was like a party going on outside in the living room, and somehow they ended up in the conversation of like jobs and uh, people making money and all this stuff. And one of the guys was essentially kind of laughing at my dreams, and he was like something along the lines of, "Yo, you should, or Teo should, like actually get a real job, and I don't see him being successful with music." Paraphrased. And so I heard it through the door as I'm working on my music, and I'm like, what? Like, that's kind of crazy. So I kind of let that fuel me through the years. I mean, obviously that's not like the only fuel I have, but it's one of the instances of, going through this
Inspiring
experience. Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
It'll be stuff like that that I feel like I don't experience it only. I feel like a lot of people experience these things in their life, and, some allow it to break them, and some use it as fuel to push them through it, and to be coming on the other end of it like, yo, I told you so. Like, I'm getting through this. And so that's kind of what the film embodies, is these different stories of different people and characters in life that are going through a similar time, and it's about them persevering through all the struggles and the tribulations.
Well, shout out to that guy. Whoever that was. You motivated my boy to get to this level.
Yeah,
So
I ain't gonna say names, but we'll keep it at
you
that.
know who you
You
are.
know who you are.
And sometimes that's sometimes you need that kick in the butt. You need people to be like, nah, it's not gonna happen until so you can just be like, just watch,
Yeah, just watch, just watch,
just
bro.
watch.
Give me
It's
time.
going down, bro.
Give me time.
It ain't no timeline on my dreams, man.
Yeah,
Like
straight up.
I'm gonna make it happen. Just like I hope you still can see. Like
And yeah, and that's one thing too that I've learned to surrender more to over the years, is like the outcome, like expecting an outcome, where I've found so much more like peace when I don't, you know, think of the outcome. When I'm creating and I'm doing things, with just more of the intention, and realizing and reminding myself of the intention of why I'm doing it, that's enough to keep me full of gratitude. And, outside of whatever happens, like, I don't have control over the outcome. I only have control of what I put in and how I feel as I'm, creating it and making it happen, and like building the world around the things I'm doing. And so the outcome, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And that's brought me so much like freedom, so much mental clarity, and just like releasing like the control of it. Like,
Yeah. All
mm-hmm.
right. So I got a couple questions here. There's some people that really, they support you. They believe in your dreams too. So they're
Yeah.
good. I got one from Tip underscore Vicious.
Tip Vicious.
Tip
Shout out to
Vicious.
Tip.
Uh, he asked. He was like, "Can we expect to see any collabs from 916 artists
Hmm.
coming soon?"
Yeah, so well with this album specifically, for sure, South 006, man, he's the biggest collaborator with me on this project. We wouldn't have it if it wasn't for him. So, like I said, he's executive producing it, and he's got production all over the album, which will bring him in eventually, like in this interview too, so we could talk more with him. So he's definitely one of the big names on this project, and my brother Testagrossa, he's a 916. You know what I'm saying? He's been here, and if people know about Testagrossa, you know.
That's your real brother.
Yeah, my real brother. Yep.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
runs in the blood, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Testagrossa, we got South 006, and yeah, those are the main.
Those would be the two on the album. Is there any
Yeah.
collabs you working on outside of the album?
Uh, let's see. Who am I working with right now? I'm always working on records with EG the Beast, so I definitely got some stuff in the works with him. Um, my boy G Banks, I got some records with him that are coming.
Shout out
I've
to
been
G
working with
Banks.
him. Yep. Um, damn, I feel like I'm forgetting off the top. That's like the first two I could think of immediately. In the coming year, I'm looking to, you know, I'm a hermit, man, so I'd be just staying in here working on my own stuff and really selective of who I work with. But I definitely want to pop out and do like some features next year with a lot more artists in the city. So I'm trying to break out my shell and, yeah, just pop up. Sometimes you got to pop up. Yeah.
All right, so we got another question from Duran Jones.
Duran. Shout out to my brother Duran. Shout out to my brother Duran Jones.
He wanted to know how was your life when you were making the album?
Mm,
How was life treating you as you were making that album?
damn. I think that's a good question. Life while I was making this album was progressively getting better. I think the year before this, I was like in a not depressed state, but just I overworked myself, and I think I burned myself out the last time I released an album. And I hadn't really had enough perspective of like being grateful as I am now for the things that I had in my life. And through creating this album, it kind of shifted my perspective of like what's actually important in my life. And through the creation process, it, showed me different things that I needed to see and needed to hear. Um, and it kind of reshaped my perspective and brought me back into a place of like real gratitude to where I could, like I said, telling you earlier, waking up in the morning and being like, I have breath in my lungs today. Like, I got a roof over my head. I'm not worried about my bills. Like, and it's those type of things that through living life in the process of this album creation brought me to like a different perspective. And I would say, yeah, it definitely was gradually getting better as the album progressed. And now I feel like by learning from those things in the past, coming to the, almost the culmination of the release of this album, I feel so much like mentally capable to uh, create and do the things and build everything that I wanted to do to give people this album in its full potential and like um, have the clarity to give it its due diligence and in every aspect of how I wanted to present a project to you. And that's kind of what allowed me to get to this place. And I feel so like grateful that I have the finances to, invest in what I want to do for this album. Like, and the tenacity to, work with the people that are on this with me and like push everybody to like, we got deadlines and stuff. Like, yo, I need this uh the project done by this day. I need the album cover like done by this day. We need to have these designs done for like the billboard on this day, and the show needs to be, everything ready. All the everything I need for it has to be done this day, and it's like a lot of juggling. But I feel like I'm mentally more than anything and physically capable to do it through the creation of it to bring back my perspective of like, this is what's in front of you, this is what you need to do, and you have every means to do it. And so we're doing it. So yeah, life is crazy.
Life is crazy. You stay inspired.
Yeah, always.
So, close it out. Why don't you tell me about unlimited inspiration and what that means to you?
Mm. So unlimited inspiration, it's been the philosophy, it's been my mantra, it's a movement, and essentially it's just an encouragement for other people to find, what inspires them in life and to know that we can be inspired by anything. So the philosophy encourages you to embody what inspires you and to find it, and when you do find it, to never stop going after it, because by doing that it'll bring you not only success, uh, it'll also bring you happiness by staying true to, the things that inspire you in your life. And Nipsey Hussle said one of the greatest acts a man can do or human can do is inspire people, inspire others. And so I'm always inspired by the world and people in this life. And so all I'm trying to do is give back the inspiration that I'm finding myself through being alive and getting to experience this life in this current moment. And so that's basically what the whole philosophy embodies, through unlimited inspiration. It's like just go out and find it.
I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I'm so enamored just listening to you speak that I'm over here just like I gotta go outside. I gotta do something else. Like,
Yeah.
nah, but real talk, man. You've always been somebody that I felt like has embodied his slogan
Mm.
of unlimited inspiration
Yeah.
to the core, year after year, day after day, second after second, and adding on that new slogan of just being grateful for the breath. I feel I've watched the progression over the last year of you just coming into who you are
Mm.
and continuing to grow who you are and build yourself up. And even when you're down, get back up and
Yeah.
make it happen, man. So I'm very proud of you. I'm excited about this show. I'm excited about this project.
Yeah.
Excited about whatever comes after that because I know it's gonna be to the moon and beyond.
Yep. To
So
the moon and beyond.
we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, man.
So that's all the questions I got.
Yeah.
It was good.
Hell yeah.
So all right, and
Cut this one.
anything you want to say? Cut it out or
Well, we could cut and then we could do a segment with Patty
yeah.
also, because I also want to talk about the album cover.
Okay.
So we can maybe cut this one and then bring Patty in,
Okay.
and then yeah, we could talk about like that more on the project of like our creation process, and then
Okay.
go through there.
Well, we